I just say, I really like how Akko is handled in this series, because Akko is she makes so many mistakes that I'm sure is going to anger some people where, oh my god, Akko is such a child, she's making all these stupid mistakes, she thinks she can be Shiny Chariot, she's just a dumb kid. That's why I really like Akko, because she feels super believable for this setting. She isn't this grand witch, she is just a stupid child who makes mistakes, who has a grand ambition that she's working towards, and I really like how they're handling that, because she makes a lot of stupid mistakes in this episode, but at the core, she is learning and growing, like, as we can see at the very end when she goes into that, I forget the realm she goes in, but Shiny Chariot when she was a child, or when she was a student at the school, and she gets to see a memory of Shiny Chariot, which I believe unlocks a third word or a third spell. Based on how it was kind of animated, it did look like there was a third light on it. I mean, that could just be all the gems on her staff were lit up, but it's interesting nonetheless that she now has a new spell, which is probably going to be what she's going to use at this event that is being hosted at their school. But I do like how they're handling her mistakes. Like, you can say maybe it is annoying for you seeing someone make so many stupid mistakes, but that's kind of a part of life, and growing up and going through school is you make so many stupid mistakes that when you look back in hindsight, if you have an adult mind, you're like, why the hell did I do this? But she is a dumb child, and I really like how they're handling that and how they're just showing how she's learning and growing. But there's a couple of things in this episode I really want to dive into. Firstly, at the very beginning, Ursula is still teaching Akko magic at like every morning they're training and doing things. And what I really liked about this one scene is Akko's like talking about how she was the Moonlit Witch and how Shiny Chariot was this grand Moonlit Witch, and Ursula's kind of thinking like, what are you talking about? And then Akko's like, what do you mean? You would know, like, you went to school with her. And she's like, oh yeah, of course, she was, you know, the Moonlit Witch. Which seems to me that Akko, or just the whole Shiny Chariot story, has been embellished and twisted for a better story, because it seems Ursula might not have been the Moonlit Witch, or something else happened, or something else was there, or something changed. So it's gonna be interesting what actually happened when it was Shiny Chariot at this ceremony back in the day, because something's a little off, and it's just, you can see in the facial animation for Ursula that she's kind of thinking in her head, I can't break the girl's heart, but also if I tell her what truly happened, she would know I'm Shiny Chariot, or something's a little off. So I really like that one scene. But the second one, which is rather interesting, which I don't think many people are gonna think, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but when Akko is in Diana's form and she goes into her room and things like that, and she's kind of investigating, you see kind of a bit more into Diana's thoughts. But even before that, Diana is thinking about Akko and basically this staff that she has, that she knows Akko has this staff, and she can pretty much pinpoint that her staff is linked to unlocking magic in the realm. And I'm very curious, and I kind of think that Diana in her own way is teaching Akko. Because despite Diana saying, you don't deserve to be in the school, you're just this kid who thinks you're the best, and whenever things don't go your way, you just mope around and don't do anything. But I do believe that that is Diana's way of helping Akko just get more stubborn and just more pissed off at Diana so that she'll try harder. Because Diana knows she has the staff that links up to this whole thing, or at least she has a suspicion for it. So I think it's Diana's way of kind of helping Akko without just completely spoon-feeding her the information, into getting better in her own way, and kind of being a rival to push Akko into being a better witch, because I believe Diana does know that Akko has the staff that is linked up to this ancient, basically mythological story about how magic was sealed away and they need the 7 spells. Because it's very clear that Diana either has a suspicion with that staff, or she 100% knows that is the staff that's needed, and she thinks maybe Akko is the one who's going to use it, because she did use the spell in front of her. So I think it is Diana just, in a way, showing Akko the right path to take so she can become a good witch, so she can help either her or something like that. I think that's a very important key aspect with this episode when she is thinking of Akko in that staff. I think she's actually helping her in her own way. If not, she's giving her a helping hand without being obviously clear with it. I could be completely wrong, but I definitely think that is the case. But I thought this was actually a really good episode. It was paced in a very medium setting. Like, at times it felt very kind of fun and fast-paced, and at other times it felt rather slow, but I thought the overall pacing was very well. There was a lot of noticeable animation dips, even for this kind of being a more cartoony and freeform series. There definitely was a lot in the beginning of the series that kind of looked a little off, so hopefully the future episodes won't drop in quality too much, but I know the Blu-rays and DVDs will obviously fix it up. But overall, this was actually a really good episode. It gets me thinking with Diana and how much she truly knows about Akko, and if she's actually helping Akko, because I really think she is, but also what truly happened with Shiny Chariot when it was the Moonlit Witch in her time, because something's a little off there. But I'm really excited to see what happens next week. But for anyone who watched this episode, did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's just okay? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and before you leave, hit that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.